One of the newest forms of animation out there is called Machinima. It's making films within a real-time 3D environment like a game engine used by a first-person shooter. Now, Halo just happens to be a perfect example, and our next guests have been using it to create an extremely popular series called Red vs. Blue. Please welcome Burnie Burns and Kathleen Zuelch.
How you doing?
Thank you guys for joining us on the show.
My pleasure.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
Everybody should know. If they don't, they're a pathetic excuse for a human being.
I
But
agree.
what is Red vs. Blue?
Red vs. Blue is a weekly cartoon that we make, and we write, do the acting ourselves, and then we do the animation by using the Halo game engine. We use Halo 1 from the Xbox, Halo PC, and now we're using Halo 2 as well. And in the upcoming episode, we're going to go way back and use an old Bungie game called Marathon.
Oh,
and
nice.
That's what we use all the visuals for. It's like normal animation, but instead of sitting down and drawing everything by hand, we just use controllers.
Now, I mean, well, yeah, you save time on certain things. You don't have to draw each cell, but are there drawbacks to doing Machinima? Is it all benefits? Is it all easier? I mean,
Yeah, but there are drawbacks. Like, it's a very limited world. I mean, especially when you talk about a console game. With PC games, you can get in there.
right, you can bring in your own models, your own
There you go.
artwork, and
Make your own sets, make your own
Sure.
levels, things like that. And you get really advanced and do your own animations and things like that. But really what you end up doing is you end up writing around what's in that world, that limited world, Which is kind of fun, too. Like, sometimes we sit around and we think, what can we possibly do with stuff that's in the game? And we use the skull that's in Halo for Oddball. In the first one, we had a very funny scene with Tex where she beat a guy to death with his own skull.
Right.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's a fun writing challenge, too.
That's cool. Now, so Kathleen, how did you actually get involved with this project?
I work in the animation industry, and I was working with Matt Hullum, who plays Sarge, and he showed me the first couple episodes, and I thought it was great, but I said, you guys need a really tough girl in this show.
Sure.
So he bounced the idea off of Burnie,
We
and
need to tough anything. We need to tough guys in the
that's
show.
right.
So.
And
Right,
so
you had a bunch of guys whining about why they're there.
exactly. So they needed a
Stick around
balancing
bitching.
person.
Of
So
course.
Tex was born, and I've been Tex ever since, and I love the characters.
She was the most popular character before she ever came on. She came on in episode 10, and we introduced her in the credits. And because she was invisible, she was the cloaking character.
Right.
People kind of latched onto that and thought they saw her in every single episode, and they'd spend a lot of time looking for her, even though she wasn't in the
Like
episode.
some sort of Easter egg in the Machinima piece itself.
It would be some weird form of compression, and they'd think that was a cloaked character in the
Oh,
background.
so you became an artifact. That's
yeah,
great.
right.
Congratulations
And there was
on that.
chat rooms about it and everything. So
Look at the pixel on line
Exactly.
3, and yeah,
That's
great.
where they'd circle it and cell shade it and everything.
Well, the Red vs. Blue, when I first saw it, I said, this is great. And it turned out to be phenomenal for you guys. Now you've got the Strangerhood going on with EA.
Yeah.
So tell me about that partnership. How'd that work out?
Well, they were fans of Red vs. Blue. We talked to them first at E3. Basically, whenever we play a new video game, and we're all gamers, the first thing we do is sit down and try to figure out if we can use it for Machinima or
Right.
not. It's the most boring thing to watch us do. We actually got up to go play Halo 2 2 weeks before it launched, and it was a big clampdown on it where nobody could get their hands on an advanced copy or anything like that. And we got a chance to play it, and what do? We sit in this room, and we're just seeing how close we can stand to each other
Right.
and how fast we can turn.
How does
and
the
stuff
head
like that.
move when I look up and down? Not
Right.
like, hey, should I hop in a warthog and go kill some enemies? And,
Yeah, the poor Bungie guys, they came by and they were like looking in the window of the office, and they saw what we were doing. They shook their heads. They spent 3 years
no.
making this game, and here we are just like, seeing who can look at the farthest point in the distance. And
So that really does change the way you look and play video games, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Being a Machinima producer.
I don't play that many video games anymore, really.
Wow.
I mean, I have them, and I use them and things like that, but the time that I spend playing video games is usually spent playing Halo Online and things like that.
Well, how do you feel about like Half-Life 2? Here comes this new great game. It's got built-in lip syncing. The engine looks amazing. Is that something you might be pursuing, an avenue of the future?
Well, yeah, that's got some cool stuff that you guys use in professional animation, which
Right.
is, it's got real-time lip sync and
is
things like
great.
that. You can set someone's eyes to track another character and things like that. It's really cool stuff, and it's stuff that, like, professional Hollywood animators have had for a very long time, and now it's coming down to the level where it's, like, prosumer, and, you can just download it as part of a dev kit or something like that, so it's really cool.
Cool. It's all fair game. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, and you brought along some merch, which is great for us, but I think maybe we can hand out some of these Blue Army caboose shirts
You think
and
that'll fit
beanies
you?
and whatatnot. This, actually, it will, sadly.
great.
This will actually fit me just fine. All right. You can get more information on the Red vs. Blue craze and see it all from their website. Of course, it's redvsblue.com.
If you don't get G4 Tech TV, contact your local cable provider.